All right, what's good with the YouTube? It's your boy Sean Rock to the, and this is day 2 of my semen retention journey. I have decided to do a 90-day documentation of my semen retention journey and a visual journal of it in an attempt to hold myself accountable, and to share, my experiences in hopes that um, what I share, can be of insight, inspiration, or relatability to other men who's, on this journey, um, trying to, better themselves. I've been doing semen retention for about 4 years. Um, and so I've had many streaks. And so this is a streak that I'm taking as I am transitioning into the next phase of my life. So I'm gonna be completely transparent. Um, I started to edge on day 2. I didn't complete it or go through with it, but I definitely started to edge, and I'm gonna share why. I believe that happened, and I'm gonna be transparent. So I got off work. It was my day off, and I had plans for the day. I was gonna roll. I like to ride on my e-bike, ride around the city, listen to some music, find me a nice park, get out there, do some reps and sets. Well, as I'm doing this, of course, my e-bike catches a flat. Now I got equipment in my backpack. I got everything that I need, right? But it just so happens that the the tire had 2 holes in it. And so when I fixed it initially, I wasn't aware. And so I'm trying to ride it, and then it happens again. And by that time, I'm just like, whatever, dude. Like, um, I really just didn't have the energy anymore. And so I ended up having to call somebody to come get me because e-bike is a fat tire e-bike. It's like a motorcycle type. It's heavy. And so Ubers won't take them. You can't take them on a bus. And so I had to get someone to come scoop me up. And so when that person came and scooped me up, she took me home. We chilled at my apartment, and we did what we did. I'm gonna keep it 100. Um, and so that was like nowhere near a part of the plan. It's like I had no intentions of any of that. Okay, and so because that happened, I was thrown off. We did what we did. She ordered some Uber Eats. We eating, chilling, sleeping, laying around. And so she finally leaves a little bit later, and I'm kind of just a bit upset with myself. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, energy is exchanged, man, in dialogue. And so I took the easy way out, right? By instead of figuring it out on my own, I reached out to people. And I felt like that was an opportunity for me to figure it out on my own, which I could have figured it out on my own, but it would have been a lot harder than had I reached out to people. So I already was wrestling with myself there. Then we kicked it, we exchanged, we talking, dialoguing, and the exchange is how the exchange is, wasn't all uh wasn't negative or nothing. It's just, you know, you pick up. If you're sensitive, you pick up on what people got going on. And so I was affected. I'm pretty sure she was affected. And so that was that. Then we got it in. Of course, I didn't release, but I really, you know, I don't know how I really felt about that, but I felt like it definitely wasn't the kind of day that I wanted it to be, if that makes any sense. And so then we ate, and I think the eating was the big one. The eating was the big one because that kind of brought me down and had me feeling sluggish and had me feeling way down. And then once she left, once people leave, you kind of left with all these feelings and emotions and whatever. And so then I was like, well, maybe if I watch the site, that'll make me feel better. And so I started to watch the site. I watched probably maybe 30 seconds of the video, and then I was like, nah, because I remembered that I had to record this, and so I'm like, nah, I can't do that. And so I stopped. So technically it is kind of like a semi-relapse, even though I didn't actually edge. I just watched a little. And so now we're here. And so day 3, I'm hoping for day 3 to be much more better. I'm hoping to stick to my fast. I'm hoping to continue on my training. I mean, I'm always gonna train, for the most part. And to just stick to the journey. Valuable lessons I learned is once you give something an inch, it's very easy for you to, as a man, to give in to all the other stuff because it's based off emotions. I'm making decisions based off of how I feel and not making decisions based on what I should and shouldn't do. And that's kind of what it was. Despite the flat and the tire, that was like a test, right? Are you going to stand firm? Are you going to allow this to deter the day, even though it's a hassle, it's a frustration? I chose to allow it to be that, just that. And so that led to a partial relapse, basically. And so now we're here. So that's all I got, man. Dream big, work hard, live great, don't stop. It's your boy Sean Rock. Till I'm signing out. Peace.